What is going on, everybody? And I hope you had a fantastic Saturday. This is MYG Jeffy T 85, and I'm here with my WWE Extreme Rules preview for the big show that's going to be happening tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Big show that's going to be happening at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, where things are going to get extreme. New rivalries will start. Old rivalries will end, some rivalries might continue, and maybe a surprise or two is on the way. As I'm just going to give my predictions and preview of the 6 matches right now on the card, and if there are any other matches that are included, I'll make sure that I'll throw the other matches in there for you guys as I go forward. So, first I'm just going to preview the 6 matches right now on this card. Liv Morgan will be taking on Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship in an Extreme Rules match. Anything goes, weapons are allowed, match can go anywhere. This is pretty much as extreme could get. And Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey will clash with one another again since they had their matchup at SummerSlam. So it's going to be interesting to see these two women go at it one more time and see if maybe Ronda Rousey is going to be able to get the victory there. It's going to be Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins, which might be the best match on the entire card. And that is Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins in a pit match. This match is going to get brutal. It's going to be physical. And you're talking about one of the most personal rivalries right now in the WWE and in wrestling between Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins, with special guest enforcer and referee Daniel Cormier, the legendary MMA/UFC fighter. You got Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett Bordeaux with Kross in a strap match. These two have had a brutal rivalry since Karrion Kross debuted back in the WWE about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So these two, they're going to be going all at each other, and this is going to be one of the most physical and violent matches because of the personal animosity that has been built between Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre during this entire rivalry that once started when Kross made his return and went right after Drew McIntyre with his intentions eventually going after that WWE Universal Championship that right now is around the waist and the shoulder of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. You got Bianca BelAir versus Bayley in a ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. And obviously, Alexa Bliss and Asuka are going to be there, so expect them to be involved somehow in this matchup. You got Dakota Kai and Io Sky, the women's tag team champions, that will also be involved in this match somehow. So expect this to be an absolutely insane match between the women. And like it was stated before on this past Monday Night Raw, this is the first time that a Raw women's title match will be contested in a ladder match format. So this is definitely going to be something interesting to watch between Bianca BelAir and Bayley. Bayley right now is gunning for that Raw Women's Championship. Her stablemates and her girls right now in the group are the WWE Tag Team Champions. So for a fact Bayley wants that Raw Women's Championship. And she already has a pinfall victory when there was a 3-on-3 matchup back at Clash at the Castle last month. So for a fact Bayley might have the leg up mentally and physically in this matchup going forward. So I'm very interested to see how this match is going to go over. You got Edge versus Finn Balor in a IQuitMatch. First time ever Finn Balor and Edge will be facing each other one-on-one, and you can't get any more personal than this. A IQuitMatch where you pretty much have to go until the other person says, I quit. So I'm really curious to see how this match is going to go. And the last match right now on the card currently, the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, they are going to be taking on Imperium, which is Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci of Imperium. And they're going to be going against each other in a DonnyBrookMatch, which is pretty much like an anything goes type match, sort of like an Extreme Rules match. Weapons are included. It's going to be like a bar type atmosphere. Expect this to be a very physical feud as well, and physical matchups, with the fact that we've seen these physical matchups already between not only Gunther and Sheamus, but also between the Brawling Brutes and Imperium in recent weeks. So this is going to be a very good match overall too. So that's the rundown of the card right now. So I'm just going to go in Gonna go with all these matches, and I'm gonna give my predictions. So first, I'm gonna start off with Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey for the Extreme Rules match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Right now, they're trying to pep up Liv Morgan to look like that she's got a legitimate shot to go toe-to-toe with Ronda Rousey. She did pick up that victory, albeit she tapped out at SummerSlam, and it's been getting Liv Morgan a little bit of negative press right now in this matchup. So it's going to be interesting to see how Liv Morgan is going to be able to match up against the physicality and the strength and the overpowering ability of Ronda Rousey right now in a match that pretty much is more towards Ronda Rousey's wheelhouse when you talk about an Extreme Rules match. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to happen. This is going to go about. Right now, Liv Morgan has the upper hand as she's already pinned Ronda Rousey, albeit controversially, back at SummerSlam. So Liv Morgan might have the psychological edge over Ronda Rousey, but you have to wonder if she's going to be able to have that same type of psychological edge in this matchup against Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules, when this is, like I mentioned, more in Ronda Rousey's wheelhouse. So I'm really curious to see how this match is going to go about. You look on paper and you think this is a slam dunk match for Ronda Rousey, her type of match. You think she's going to go out there and she's just going to absolutely tear apart and destroy Liv Morgan in this matchup. I think it's actually going to maybe be a little bit closer because of the fact that Liv Morgan, she's still got that underdog type role. She's been champion right now for about a couple of months since she won the matchup at Money in the Bank, where she climbed the ladder and was able to pick up the briefcase, and then she ended up later on that night rolling up Ronda Rousey for the win, and she's been champion ever since. Last title defense she had was where she pinned Shayna Baszler over at Clash at the Castle last month for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I hate to say it, the fairy tale is coming to an end tonight at Extreme Rules. I think Ronda Rousey is going to end up being the new SmackDown Women's Champion. I think the odds are just too stacked up against Liv Morgan. I think this is Ronda Rousey's night. She's changing up her look, so I really believe that Ronda Rousey is going to be the new SmackDown Women's Champion when it's all said and done. Liv Morgan's going to fight valiantly. She's going to put up a very strong fight, maybe even make it a little bit more believable than anticipated, but I think when it all ends, Ronda Rousey will be your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Now I'm going to go to the other women's match, the ladder match between Bianca Belair and Bayley. Bayley obviously made her triumphant return from when she tore her ACL back in 2020, and she's pretty much been out of action until she made a return back at SummerSlam this year, when she returned back to the match with her two stablemates, which is Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Both of them were able to come back in a shocking turn of events. The first ones to really return in the Triple H era. And Bayley's pretty much been targeting Bianca Belair this whole time, including when she got that pinfall on Bianca Belair back at Clash of the Castle. So you know that Bayley's got that psychological edge over Bianca Belair. This is a ladder match, though, so anything is possible. This is Bayley's first type of physical matchup, first type of gimmick matchup that she's had in over a year and a half. And Bianca Belair has got her in terms of strength, speed, athleticism, all that kind of stuff. Then you have to factor in Alexa Bliss and Asuka for the other side, as well as you got to factor in Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky on the other side. You know this is going to happen. You know all four of those women are somehow going to get involved in this matchup. Maybe we get a possible return. Maybe Candice LeRae makes an appearance in this match. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen during this matchup. So we're going to go forward with this. And Bianca Belair is going to get her shot at this matchup right now. So I really think when it all's said and done, I think that Bianca Belair is going to pick up, I think Bayley actually is going to pick up the victory in this matchup against Bianca Belair. And Bayley will become the new Raw Women's Champion. Alexa, turn off. And I think Bianca Belair, apologize. Sometimes when you say that name, it goes off. What can you do? But I really believe that Bayley is going to pick up the win in this matchup, and she will become the new Raw Women's Champion when it's all said and done. Now I'm going to go to the next matchup, and that is going to be the Brawling Brutes against Imperium. We all know the fantastic matchup that Imperium's Gunther had against Sheamus at Clash at the Castle, which was arguably one of the best matchups out there. Alexa, turn off. That was easily one of the best matchups of WWE this past year. No doubt about it. You can arguably say probably a top match of the entire wrestling year. So, you got to make sure this is going to be a physical matchup. Both these teams have really been putting out physical matchups, whether it's one-on-one matchups with either Butch against Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci versus Ridge Holland. Either way, this has been an absolutely physical matchup overall. And I'm really excited to see this in a DonnyBrook match. Anything goes. You know for a fact that these guys are going to go out there and they're going to lay it all on the line. And this is going to be one damn physical, exciting matchup, especially when you got Sheamus in there against Gunther at one point. And the history that these guys have right now, and even in some ways the respect that they have for one another. So I really believe this is going to be a physical matchup. It's going to be very awesome to watch. I cannot wait. The fact you got these 6 men that have really thrown it all on the line. This is easily one of the two of the best factions right now in WWE, with Brawling Brutes and Imperium. The way they've been booked right now, the way this feud has been for the past couple of months. I cannot wait to watch this matchup. But I really believe, because of the fact that they're building up this group so much, I believe Imperium is going to come out with the victory in this one. And I believe that Gunther is going to end up pinning one of Ridge Holland or Butch in this matchup. I'm going to go with Ridge Holland. He's going to take the pin in this matchup, and the Imperium is going to continue to win this matchup, and they're going to win the DonnyBrook matchup overall. So I can't wait to see this matchup. It's going to be awesome, but I have Imperium picking up the victory. Now another matchup that I think is going to be very physical, and that's Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in the StrapMatch. This is going to be awesome to watch too, because Karrion Kross, pretty much since he made his return to WWE a month and a half ago with Scarlett Bordeaux, they both pretty much have been targeting Drew McIntyre in the past couple of months and trying to take him out of the equation, because he's also one of those guys that's right now trying to capture that WWE Universal Championship. And Drew McIntyre right now is pretty much been on the short end of the stick against Karrion Kross with the psychological warfare that's been going on between Karrion Kross as well as Drew McIntyre. So I really cannot wait to see this matchup. I think it's going to be also a great matchup. Would not be surprised if Scarlett has some type of input in this. But overall, I think just because of the circumstances and because he still relatively just came back about a month and a half ago, I'm going to go with Karrion Kross, because I believe Scarlett Bordeaux is going to have some type of involvement in this, and she's going to end up costing Drew McIntyre the matchup. So I'm going to end up going with Karrion Kross. He's going to win the strap matchup tonight against Drew McIntyre in this overall matchup, strap match going forward. Now I'm going to get to the I Quit match, and how the hell can you not be excited about this match? Edge and Finn Balor, two of the best wrestlers right now in the world, with how good these two have been, and they have not even faced each other one-on-one yet. This is the first time these two men are going to face each other one-on-one in a matchup. And you're talking about one of the biggest matchups out there in IQuitMatch. We already know the story with Judgment Day. Finn Balor pretty much was brought into Judgment Day, and he on that same night with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley essentially kicked Edge out of Judgment Day. That same night, and Edge has been looking for revenge ever since. And right now, Judgment Day has pretty much had the upper hand against Edge as well as Rey Mysterio ever since they recruited Dominic, when Dominic turned against Edge and his father, Rey Mysterio, back at a Clash at the Castle last month. So this is going to be one of those very personal type matchups that you're going to be seeing. Dominic is probably going to play some type of role. Maybe you're going to have Rey Mysterio involved in this matchup somehow. AJ Styles, who has been recently feuding with Judgment Day, he might have some type of role in this matchup. But I really expect this to be a physical, personal, big-time matchup overall. I cannot wait to see this. I think it's going to be an awesome matchup overall. But if I had to pick this, because of the words, and I know a lot of YouTube content creators that cover WWE have been saying this multiple times about everything that's happening, is I really believe that this is going to be... Finn Balor is going to pull off the victory in this matchup because of the fact that Edge said in his last promo on Monday Night Raw Go Home show that the Judgment Day cannot do anything physically to stop him for winning this match. So you know for a fact that the Judgment Day is going to try other means necessary to try to beat Edge, and that's going to be psychologically to try to beat Edge. And I would not be shocked if Edge's family, if they're at the Wells Fargo Arena tonight, especially Beth Phoenix, you know for a fact that Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day are going to do something to try and get Beth Phoenix, capture her, potentially try to put harm to her in order to make Edge say I quit. So that's the reason why, like I know a lot of other content creators have pointed this out, I'm going with Finn Balor to win this matchup. Now, the match that I've been looking forward to the most personal rivalry in the WWE and maybe all professional wrestling right now, and that is Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins in a fight pit match. This has been one of the most personal feuds that have been going on for months. Ever since right before Money in the Bank, these two have been going at each other for months. Physical, brawling all over the arena, outside the arena, in the back. Venomous words they've been saying to one another. Seth Rollins attacking Matt Riddle's family. Matt Riddle attacking Seth Rollins' family. Bunch of shoot promos with both these guys against one another. And these two have actually had real life heat with one another as goes as personal can be. Back last year when Matt Riddle criticized Seth Rollins' family back then, talking about Becky Lynch back in the day. So this is as personal can be, brought to a real life stage, and you have that personal aspect, you have the big time jarring words going back at 1/4 of each other, and you're talking about the type of match that perfectly fits this feud, a fight pit match with a former UFC/MMA great, Daniel Cormier, as the ref in this matchup. And you can't get any physical. Matt Riddle already knows what it's like to be in a fight pit match, as he was just in one a couple of years ago when he took on Timothy Thatcher in a fight pit match back in NXT. So Matt Riddle knows what it's like to be in a fight pit match. This is going to be physical. This is going to be brutal, violent. I expect these two to beat the living hell out of each other this entire matchup. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be amazing. I think this is going to be a fantastic blow-off match for this feud. But I'm picking Matt Riddle to win because Seth Rollins right now has had the upper hand in this feud the entire time, whether he's pretty much gotten the one-up on Matt Riddle, whether it's sneak attacks, whether it's curb stomps all the time, and then of course when he pulled out that victory against Matt Riddle back at Clash of the Castle. So I expect this to be an absolutely fantastic match, but I do believe Matt Riddle in the end is going to pull off the victory. And Matt Riddle will go on to be the winner of the fight pit match. So right now, as I say, I'm going to give you my predictions one more time for the Extreme Rules card as is right now. I have Ronda Rousey beating Liv Morgan to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion in an Extreme Rules match. I have Bayley defeating Bianca BelAir to become the new Raw Women's Champion in a ladder match. So I'm expecting both women's championships to change hands. I have Imperium defeating the Brawling Brutes in a DonnyBrookMatch. I have Karrion Kross with the help of Scarlett Bordeaux defeating Drew McIntyre in a StrapMatch. I have Finn Balor with the help of Judgment Day pretty much going cerebral and using Beth Phoenix as a pawn to try to make Edge quit. And they're going to make Edge say I quit. And Finn Balor will win the IQuitMatch. And I have Matt Riddle defeating Seth freaking Rollins in what should be an absolutely fantastic fight pit match that might go down as one of the best matches of the entire year. So those are my Extreme Rules predictions for the show tonight at Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, as well as prediction videos for the WWE. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the WWE. And let me know in the comment section your predictions for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view tonight. Who do you think is going to get the leg ups? Who do you think is going to not get the leg ups? And oh yeah, we should be getting the results of the WhiteRabbit tease that has been getting teased the entire past couple of months. And I believe Bray Wyatt will be making his return at Extreme Rules tonight, and he will be not alone. He is going to be bringing the Wyatt 6 with him. Bray Wyatt is going to be starting his own stable. The WhiteRabbit mystery will be solved. It's going to be none other than the Eater of Worlds, the Fiend, the WhiteRabbit himself, Bray Wyatt, will make his WWE return at Extreme Rules tonight, and he will not come alone, as he will be followed with his Wyatt 6 members, and it's going to be the start of what should be an absolutely fantastic, amazing roller coaster of a ride with Bray Wyatt back in WWE, and you know for a fact fans and everybody are going to be going nuts when they see Bray Wyatt back on WWE television. So I thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic night. I hope everybody enjoys the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. If you're going to watch it, expect a lot of great matchups, feuds to be blown off and come to an end, new feuds to possibly begin, and a couple of surprises that you guarantee you might see, as well as some surprise returns or call-ups that will be happening at this pay-per-view. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic Saturday night. And let's see what Extreme Rules has cooking for us tonight.